Hey people,
What's up?
roll tide.
Uh, man, it's been a day, man.
I bet it
Or
has.
it's been a last 2 days, man. Uh, shit. We went fishing yesterday, and
Oh,
yeah, I thought it'd be nice because I tried not to pick like a blistering hot day for when the in-laws were here, so I picked like 58 degree day, but I forgot to look at the wind and all that.
hmm.
So the GPS got us lost on the way there. And then I had to find the way there. And then we got there. And then my kids, with 10 minutes there, my um, Zoe and Isaiah had each caught a fish. So hats off to them. They had caught a fish, but then it started hailing. um, so we had to duck, put all of our stuff in the car, and shout out to Mountain Meadows Trout Farm, man. So that place, it's one of them fee fishing places. I said fee fishing, and so what you do is they stock it with trout, and then you fish, and what you catch, you pay by the pound. Um, but you can
Hey,
pay extra. Hey, Erica, uh, I'm sorry about your loss. But anyways, so they scaled my fish for me, those two fish, and then
wow.
because we only got to fish for like 30 minutes, he said, "Well, you didn't get to finish fishing, so it's on the house today."
Hi.
Yeah, so we got two trout on the house by them. So uh, if you're around me and you need to go do some fishing, go to Mountain Meadows Trout Farm. I'm gonna be making a trip up there. Um, and
You know,
Erica lost her friend was fighting cancer. He died, but
oh, I
uh
hate it. That's
yeah,
hard.
Brock Jones, a Saint. Um, he He was a Christian rapper, and Box Me In was one of my favorite songs, and Putting in Work. Um, when I first started doing ministry, Putting in Work was yes, we will definitely pray for your sister Robin.
Sure will,
Um,
Erica.
But Putting in Work was one of the songs that I used for like my slide video, and he really liked it. But he was gonna come on the show, and he was doing some hope or like life coaching sessions, and they just conflicted on the same day. So we were in the talks of scheduling a Wednesday, and then my wife was on Facebook because I've been taking a break, um and Brock Jones passed away. So
Wow.
um
What?
yeah, they just suddenly, and they didn't say, but it just breaks my heart. Uh
That's
he is a
horrible. I didn't know him, but I bet he was good.
Yeah, he was a good dude, and he even he brought up this guy with forget the guy's name. Um I think he's on the song Swerve with him or something. But he even did like he had the guy put a promo video together for us at the edge of Heaven's Pit.
Wow. He
Yeah.
said he did a promo video for the Edge of Heaven's Pit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he kind of did it just to help us out, like, and it was like professionally done and all that stuff. And
I
I
bet it was
think
awesome.
he, I think he helped me. He there's another guy called Salt. Um, I think K Drama hooked me up with him, but he did our graphic page. But yeah, it's kind of hit hard with that. And then um, our car was fixed, and it was only a $42 part.
Wow, that's awesome.
But I had to pay for 4 hours of labor. But
Wow.
yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll take it, but it sucks. So
So what happened? What was wrong, baby?
so basically, and this is why I'll probably just have to chop it up as a loss on my end. But a couple of years ago, I was going to a friend's house, and we were riding through town, and I came to a four-way stop, and there was a pedestrian coming, and I waited for the pedestrian to pass, and I forgot to look left again before I went through the stop sign. So I hit this Dodge Charger right in the the driver front door.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, and I mean, like, I probably totaled that car because, like, I knocked the tire off the axle, and when I opened the car door to check on the guy, he had passed out. And he had passed out from where his airbag had hit. But he was all right, and he had gotten a ride and stuff. No one was really hurt. But I guess there's on the Ford Explorer we had hit 100,000 miles, and I guess after you hit 100,000, it's like everything, all the whistles got to go off, you know. So
So
we
when
got I got a tire sensor that's gone in it. Um, and then I have a ABS system that's going in it too. Um, and so my ABS light was on, so we needed to get the ABS light. So took it into the shop, and what it was is behind the fender. I guess there's a little control box that was damaged. And
wow.
yep, and so he had to replace that control box. But now I got cruise control, so I won't be getting no more speeding tickets. And
Whoop, whoop.
yep. And so the Lord's good. Um, and then Joa tonight, he was uh, he was running, and he uh, he was doing hurdles, and I guess he did long jump first, and I guess on the long jump he landed wrong or something and tweaked his leg, and then he
Mm.
went to do the hurdles, and on the last like three hurdles his leg did something funny.
Mm.
Yeah, and so yeah, he looked like he is walking fine. He's gonna have to ice it. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have to worry about Joa now. So prayer for Joa and his leg. Um,
Wow. That yeah. We'll pray for him and my buddy Chris. We'll put him on the prayer list. He had some teeth pulled yesterday from the dentist.
uh,
Three teeth, and apparently they didn't check it right, and he got an infection from that.
Hmm.
And that sounds rough. I don't wish that on nobody. So I've been praying for him today. I hate to hear about that.
Hmm. Man.
um,
So,
I,
what's
I
on?
feel I feel you
Huh?
on vehicle.
Yeah. So you know, Erica, I don't know exactly what you're going through with your one friend that lost, but uh, where we lost Brock, prayers for his family, but that kind of hurt me and my wife this week too, even though we had only met him one time. So just a nice dude. So,
Yeah, that's that's horrible, man. How old was he?
uh, I'm not sure, but I think he is like my age, so he had to be in his 30s, maybe 40s. Wasn't he wasn't up there, but
That's too young.
yeah. I go I go to the gas station in town, and there's this old man in town. He's lived in Pawpaw his whole life. His uh his name is Boozer. Um that's what they call him, but he's 97 years old, and he'll mow the grass and everything like that, and come in, drives his truck, comes walking in, but I guess he is in a car wreck. So his hip had been bothering him, but I
Wow.
got to run into him, and every now and then I get to go, or I get to I go order a steak and cheese from the gas station, and if he's in there and he's sitting down at the like tables they got to eat or whatever, I'll go sit down beside him and talk to him. He's the nicest man you'll ever meet.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but he always tells me he says you're nothing but a spring chicken. And that's why I was bringing him up because he always calls me a spring chicken. So yeah, he wasn't nothing but a spring chicken. That's what I was gonna say. Yep.
Well, you are a
So,
spring chicken.
yep. I don't feel like it anymore. So
I mean, if you start flapping your wings and doing cock a doodle doo, I'm gonna think something's wrong with you.
oh yeah, I might need to get my chicken how or my chicken coop finished, but
That's cool.
yeah.
Big chicken fan.
Hmm.
I like them. I like them fried.
I like the eggs, man. When they're fresh every morning, those are good too. So
Awesome.
we
Um, what's
we
that?
had a neighbor. They had a leak in their house and they needed a dehumidifier. So I loaned them the dehumidifier. And when they
Hmm.
returned the dehumidifier, they brought me 2 dozen eggs. So that was a cool blessing too. So
Very cool.
yeah.
I was uh let's see, I'm tagging a bunch of people to come chat with us. I was doing I was at the oh yes, so StreamYard has this new thing right here. Let me share this. So it says new to streaming or looking to level up, check out StreamYard and get a $10 discount. That's a referral link you can share with people. Something new StreamYard is doing.
Oh, cool.
So that's neat. And then in StreamYard looks completely different from my phone. Like the mobile version, like it's a little different. Like that's new. It says share your referral link, and that's kind of neat. But I was at the doctor at the hospital or whatever clinic I was at the other day getting that CT scan,
Mm-hmm.
and Me and the nurse practitioner, I don't like needles whatsoever. And when he stuck me with that needle, I said one choice word 2 different times in a row out loud. And I don't like needles. He told me, he said, just look the other way. And he stuck that needle in this arm right here, and I about screamed bloody murder, and I let out blank blank, and I said, and then he stuck that IV in me, and he was I said, I'm sorry about the language. No, no, you're fine, you're okay. So I was sharing with him some dad jokes and some funny jokes, and he said, I got one. He said, um, what do you call what do you say? When, I may be butchering how he said this. He said, what do you say when a family has diarrhea?
What do you say? What?
When a family has diarrhea,
What?
it runs into jeans.
That's funny.
When he told me that, if I'd have laughed any harder, I'd have peed my pants.
That's that's how I would get through my one injections with the one doctor. He'd always say, "Tell us a joke" while he was doing the injections, cause they get your mind off of trying to think of them stabbing you. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, we will pray she gets the job interview.
sure will
So,
after.
I got a doctor's appointment for my follow up tomorrow from that. But, anyways, so, he was stabbing me, and I said, I got a joke for you. I said, at the time it was George Bush and Al Gore running for office. And
Yeah.
I said, you got George Bush and Al Gore stranded on an island. Who survives? And I said, America.
I bet he fell out.
Oh, he laughed at that one, and he said, I'm gonna tell that to the next patient. So, anyways, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. And we gotta talk about them giving me the injection. I said, I'm gonna tell that nurse that doctor stabbed me in the back too much and I don't trust him anymore.
Hey, hey, look, it's one of those deals. Mark Hollinghead, yes, I will be there Saturday night, my brother. I will be there filming. I'll have my camera. I'll be filming the races. Why not Motorsports Park in Meridian, Mississippi? Or excuse me, why not Mississippi, not Meridian? That's the
What
place to
kind
be.
of races?
Dirt track. It is.
Nice.
You ever heard of those cars called super late models?
Maybe.
So a super late model is the main show. It's a group called the Mississippi State Series Super Late Model Challenge or something. It's a long name. I butcher it every time. But they're a group out of Mississippi, and they basically the super late model is the highest horsepower dirt track car out there, next to a sprint car, and it's basically a fancy race car with uh kind of a cool looking body and very fast. And Erica says, "Send me the joke, tell Robin it." So one thing you don't want to, speaking of jokes, one thing you don't want to do is, oh, when they're sticking you with a needle, make sure you don't tell them a joke in the middle of sticking you with a needle, because if they start laughing uncontrollably, they may jerk
Oh,
you.
yeah. I
I,
don't
I,
want them going. They went deep one time, putting the injection in on accident, like not laughing. I don't want.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when they did it the one time, he said, "Now you shouldn't be feeling anything down your leg right now." I said, "Well, I'm feeling it in my knee and everything else," and I was cussing, like I was using a couple of choice words, and they laughed and gave me a stress ball to squeeze. So
Ooh,
yeah.
I told that nurse straight up, that nurse guy, I said, man, that'd be awesome, Robin. That'd be cool. I said, I don't like needles. Just look the other way. Just look the other way. And I looked the other way, and he stuck that in there, and I wanted to throat punch somebody. I was finna Chuck Norris roundhouse kick somebody, and like, ooh. And then the good news is, and then I had to drink this. Let's see, I had to drink this nasty stuff mixed with water called contrast. And I said, what is that? The lady said, contrast. Well, what is contrast? That don't tell me nothing. Like, I'm a redneck. You got to dumb it down. Like, I don't speak fancy words. And apparently, what that stuff is, it makes it to where it shows up, everything shows up on the CT scan. And so I drank all that nasty stuff, about puked it all up, and then go through the CT scan process, and I'm joking around with the older lady that's doing my scan, and joking around with the nurse guy, and they get done, and thankfully I got an online profile with the hospital up there, and within a few hours they sent me the stuff to my to my online profile, and I don't I didn't understand none of that stuff they sent me about them test results. I was like, man, you gotta make it redneck proof for me to read it. I can't understand this. And so I screenshotted all that and I sent it to my brother Maury, and he looks at it and he said, oh well, um, what it looks like is you're fine. I said, okay, well, good. That's what I was thinking was I was good. I just couldn't understand some of that stuff. And then he told me, he said, yeah, said, looks like you're doing good per results. I'm like, great. So now I just gotta wait to go see the doctor and let him read the results to me. I think I'll let him explain it. Erica says, one time man hold me down like that. Wow, yeah, I don't like needles, Erica. I do not, and I don't like not now. My brother Blake, he ain't never gonna watch my show, so he ain't gonna ever hear me say this. But he's scared to death of needles. He'll pass out, and I don't pass out, but I don't like them. And I told that guy, I said, "Oh, you've probably done it millions of times." He said, "Yeah." He said, I've been doing this a long time." He said, "I've probably done it a million times." Okay. And like this guy's so good, he can do it backwards blindfolded. That's my kind of man right there.
I can do like the blood drawing and well, in some shots. Like if it's a shot in the arm or something like that, I can do those. But like them epidural needles, like
Ooh,
I hate those. And I think now I gotta have 4 a year. So it's not.
wow.
Yeah, they space them out, but it's But I mean, when the shot wears off, like I know it's working too. So, um, but it's one of those. I don't envy any of them. But then, like I look at um, did you see Joseph Rojas got a new tattoo this week?
You know, I seen that, but I didn't get to really look at the post real good. What was it? What was it about?
I just seen that the location was like right here, right in the rib. And
Oh,
I
that
was like, ugh, that hurt. I had um when I was an intern, uh there was an intern under Joe that was learning how to tattoo. And I said, man, I said, we'll do my chest in one night. And so we drew up this big 6 winged angel, and it says Isaiah 6 across it.
oh,
For here am I, send me. And It's the story of Isaiah's salvation, where he sees the seraphim, and the angel is supposed to be, uh, because of God's glory, it had to cover its feet and its face, and then it flew too. So it had wings that covered its face and feet. So I have wings covering its face, and then there's like wings flying, and then you just tell it's a six-winged angel. It's not quite done up to the scripture, but anyways, I had the six-winged angel, and it's a big one, and it was done all the way down to my belly button. And when that tattoo needle went across my nipple, oh my goodness. Talk, talk about all the nerves in the world. Good grief. So, and then there were like bits and pieces, like I was around the rib area, but not really on the ribs. But like when I was close to the ribs, I could tell I was close to the ribs too. So I can
Wow.
only imagine the pain that he went through to get it done. But it looks good. So
Wow. That's cool. I can
yeah.
imagine. So
Yeah.
I got a song I'm gonna play. Have you ever listened to 7T, the Christian rapper?
I haven't heard of 17. I've heard of 7, but not. I don't
Yeah.
know if I've heard of 17 or not.
Yeah, it's SEVN dash and then T, capital T.
Ooh.
And he's got a song called Lights Out I'm gonna play. And Keep It Ben Frank Volume 1 is one of his albums. And then Keep It Ben Frank Volume 2, I think is what this one's off of. And this is the hardest hitting song, or one of the hardest hitting songs I listen to. Of course, I got a bunch of Christian rap songs that thump, but this one really thumps. And there's a video. I wish I had the video. I would play it. But tell me what you think of this song.
Ben Frank better quiet down. He's about to hurt somebody's feelings now. That's what they saying in the background. Head kick, Ronda Rousey. Lights out, lights out, lights out, lights out. Step back, cause I'm about to put the lights out. Lights out, lights out. Head kick, Ronda Rousey. Lights out. Didn't come up in this thing so I can tickle ears. 18 up in the game, boy, I'm talking years. His blood, my sweat, mixed with many tears. To the beat, tap out, I'm on my Frank Mir. Let's make it clear, Christ to the death of me. That boy ain't a brand, it's a recipe. And I don't really care if they remember me. Man, I pray you see the cross at the end of me. Bodybuilding like I'm pushing reps on them. When I'm building up the body, boy, I gotta flex on them. That devil try to put a hex on him. About to take his head off when I T-Rex on him, Soaring like Sopranos, high vocals. Giving sight to the blind, bifocals. You say time equals money, like Chronos? Y'all don't make sense, kinda like a white cholo. 16 makes it hard for you to breathe. Straight allergic to the truth, make a hater wanna sneeze. Zero check ain't gon' give you no relief when the remedy is found in the depths of my belief. Ben Frank better quiet down. He's about to hurt somebody's feelings now. That's what they saying in the background. Head kick, Ronda Rousey. Lights out, lights out, lights out. Step back, cause I'm about to put the lights out. Lights out. Lights out. Hey, let's take it up a notch. Look, lights yeah, he's my provider, so I really have no need. Tim Duncan, boy, I'm feeling like it's 03. And you know who the coach be. God stepped down to set us free. Low key, Abraham, when I step up in the booth, took a walk up in the spirit just to let my faith loose. Still in hope to the places where the sinners hate truth. Breaking yokes off your neck, cracking shells off these goons. Been through a few things, but I'm doing quite well. Been through a few pains, why you think I look swell? Count it all joy, make the devil run scared, beat him with his own stick. Bad out of hell, I put the lights out every time to make the bass go bang. Gotta let the heat swing like a flamethrower. You're looking at a faith gang, let our faith hang. That boy mobbing whenever the Lord say so. Bankroll, our provision is unlimited. Lay low if you don't know what the business is. Halo in a circle full of witnesses. Faithful, that's the way my God will finish this. Yeah. Ben Frank better quiet down. He's about to hurt somebody's feelings now. That's what they saying in the background. Head kick, Ronda Rousey. Lights out, lights out, lights out, lights out, lights out. Head kick, gotta go out like this, look. Lights out. They say quiet down, but I ain't tripping off what critics say. My sins been paid, vindicate. One accord, one mind, syndicate. For the Lord, one grind. Infiltrate something kinda like a blueprint when we swoop in, making change like breaking 20 into 2 10s. The industry made a mess of the game. Got called that boy to come and tie up the loose ends. Glass house, yeah, the game's looking real clear. Tap out for the Lord with some real fear. 10 blanks when the devil shoots. My troops keep it being frank 100 cause we're sincere.
I can rap that whole entire song backwards and forwards. What you think of that?
I liked it.
He said I put the lights out when I make the bass go bang. Now, one of my favorite parts of the song is when he says, um, he's my provider, so I really have no need. Tim Duncan, boy, got me feeling like it's '03. Like Tim Duncan's my all-time favorite basketball player, so that I just knew what he was talking about.
He
I
is.
said, oh,
He is.
Vaughn.
I have him as one of the greatest power forwards of all time. So
Oh, ain't no doubt. Tim Duncan, yeah, I agree with that. Like he was my dude. I I would love to meet him. I wished he had stayed another year, but
and what since I think the NBA playoffs started, my dark horse to watch this year is Golden State Warriors.
ooh. So the Spurs are my all-time favorite. And I used to like the Atlanta Hawks until they got political and started doing the rainbow stuff, and I kind of quit following them.
I've been a
I like
I've been a Bulls fan all my life,
the
and they're actually in the play-in game this year, which surprised me because I like the one year I quit following, they make the playoffs, but I just wasn't a fan of their roster moves. But I'm not the GM, and that's probably why they made the playoffs because I'm not the GM. So,
what team did you say?
huh?
What team did you say?
The Chicago Bulls.
Oh yeah, I like the Lakers. I'm a Lakers, and the only reason I like the Lakers is because of um, LeBron James, and they just got
Luca.
yeah, Luka
Luca.
Doncic, Luka Doncic, and the Lakers. They're in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, how they're looking right now, but I hope they make it.
I will say this, and my son and me were talking, and I'm a huge basketball fan. So, and I I like I say the Golden State Warriors because I like they made the Jimmy Butler trade,
Uh
and it just like it took a lot of the heat off Steph, and like I think Jimmy had 37 and Steph had 35 yesterday. So like they that was a good trade. And then I like the Luka Doncic and the LeBron trade just because I'd trade Luka for AD any day. I don't no disrespect to AD. I just don't there's not enough bubble wrap for him, in my opinion.
I Probably my favorite player right now. I like LeBron except for his liberal views about the only thing
I
negative.
understand. I told Joe he's if you were gonna pick like if you had to go through the greatest basketball players of all time and you were a GM and you were looking at Jordan, Pippen, and LeBron and all of them, like you would kind of be dumb not to build your team around LeBron James and pick him first. And I'm not like I'm a Michael Jordan's the GOAT kind of person, but when you look at like the dude is 41 years old and he barely sat out any of the season and he's still probably top top 10 in the NBA right now at 40 years old. That's impressive.
Yeah, who is that? Uh,
LeBron.
oh yeah, LeBron. Yes, and oh, I, my other favorite is, of course, Ryan Scalabrine was one of my favorites, and then he retired.
Yeah,
But I
he
really
played
like
for the Celtics. Yep,
he did, and then he retired with the Bulls.
yep.
Um, my other favorite is Chris Paul. Chris
Oh yeah,
Paul, he's the same age as me. He's still out there balling. He was with the Phoenix Suns, but
he
now he's
was
in.
on the Spurs this year with Wemby, and that was the big blow this year. Was Wemby got hurt?
Oh, I didn't realize that they traded him to the Spurs because he was with the Lakers or somebody, and uh, I hope he gets a championship ring before he retires
Where was he? Um,
because he went from
yeah,
the Suns to the Lakers or somebody, and I started following him there because I
yeah.
remember,
Everywhere he went, he kind of snuck into the playoffs. He was at the Thunder.
yeah,
That
it may have
was
been them,
another spot that he went.
but I can
Um,
remember in his early days when he first started, he was with the Charlotte Hornets before
yeah,
they became the Charlotte Bobcats.
yeah, with David West.
Yes. Ooh,
Yeah.
man, I would love to meet Chris Paul. I follow him on Facebook, and I think I would get his autograph and a picture if I could.
Who do you think's coming out of the East this year? Have you watched any?
No, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hadn't watched a lot. Like I usually do. I'm slipping.
I like Giannis, but I think that Boston won it all last year, so Boston's still the favorite to beat. But
Honestly,
there's who's the one team you gotta watch out for. Um, it's not the Pacers. Who is it? Oh, Cleveland.
Cavaliers. Okay.
Yeah, they got that Donovan Mitchell kid. It's the kid you gotta watch out for. Um, but yeah, I'm a basketball nerd, so I could talk all day.
Oh, I
But
love
yeah,
me.
like
Love
I
me.
said, I don't think you could. You could go wrong if you were a GM and you were building your team and you picked him before Michael just because. With Michael, you might get good years. With LeBron, you got a whole
And this
career to put pieces around. So
this is my honest opinion, and I don't give a flying fart what people think. But regardless of him being a leftist liberal, I think LeBron James is the greatest basketball player in the history. And me and Adam and TJ have had this discussion. And I know if Adam's watching, which he may be watching, and he'll comment if he's watching.
he'll get
But I
mad at
know it.
you for that comment, huh?
Well, no, I just like we had this discussion before because he's got a sports podcast he was doing, him and TJ, and it's two different eras. So, but still, regardless, two different eras. LeBron has stats that Jordan never beat. LeBron is still playing. He's played a lot longer. More championship rings, more this, more that. And I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I grew up watching Jordan. I love the
Yeah.
fact that Michael Jordan is half owner of a NASCAR team, 2311. So, but
Me and
it's
my
fact of the day.
in-laws were talking about that today.
Nice.
But yeah, I just think the only thing that I think that people where I give the edge to Michael and there's only one other player that's been able to do this is like for instance like the Reggie Miller story. Where Reggie says I talked trash to him and I was beating him in the first half I think he is beating them like 12-2 in the first half or something. And then he didn't score the second half, and Michael had 40 or something. And then,
That,
Magic will talk about the Dream Team moment where he told him, you know, we're about to blow you out or something. And then he goes, and then that tongue came out, and he started doing floating in the air and all kinds of stuff. And so, like, you know, I'll, you don't hear a lot of the peers. They won't talk about how they trash talk Mike and got away with it. There was only one person that got away with it. Do you know who that was?
who's that?
It was Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
Do you know the story? You don't know the story?
I don't. Tell me the story.
So, when Jordan was a Wizard, um, and they got that video of him, I guess Jordan had beat him with the Wizards, and before they walked off the court, I guess Kobe had wore the Jordan shoes. And Jordan said, "You can wear my shoes, but you'll never fill them." And then Kobe didn't talk to his team for 2 whole weeks. He just didn't talk to them. They thought that he was mad at them. And when they saw him the next time in LA, Kobe had 42 in the first half.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the only person with a story that's been able to say they trash talked Mike and got away with it. Or and he didn't
Oh,
really talk trash to Mike. He just kept his mouth shut and went
so
to work. But like, um, you know, there was hey, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I'm a Redskin fan, so ooh.
James says Larry Bird is the GOAT. Hey, Larry, there's a song. So I listen to country rap, and there's a song done by a group called Eye for an Eye. And Eye for an Eye is not a group anymore, but I won a T-shirt in a contest of theirs, and it's got Eye for an Eye on the front. And it was David Ray, Connor,
So
trying, but they
you're
have a
a
song called
you're a
Larry Bird.
old school Christian rap fan, right?
Yeah, yeah, any kind of Christian rap.
All right. So who do you think what song do you like better? K Drama, Air Jordan on them, or Show Baraka, Kobe Bryant on them?
I haven't heard either song, but I love me some K drama. K drama did a new song last year called Forward, FWD. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, yeah, I love me some K drama, but I
His
don't know
his song Both Sides of the Blessings.
both sides of the blessings.
That is one of my favorites.
So
Yeah.
you listen to ASAP Preach?
I do. I was listening to the one to everybody getting drunk in the club.
Oh, I love that song. So the
Yeah.
reason why he wrote that song is called Club is the name of it. I'm gonna play it in a minute. I'm gonna play another song of his too in a minute. The reason why he wrote that song, you can see it on my YouTube video that I got of him. When he came to Outreach at the beach, he performed. He's like, "Hey guys, I got a new song I want to perform on stage for you, and it's called Club." And Erica says, "JT, can you please pray for Boyd Webster family? It's because they had to put my friend Traylene laid to rest." Wow, I sure will,
Yes.
Eric.
We will
And
be
so,
praying for them.
um, and he was talking about, and you can see it. You can go to Cooners Outdoors Ministries YouTube. You can watch the video of his concert. And he's like, "Hey, I got a new song called Club I want to debut." And one of his testimonies is what he went to prison, went to jail, and one of the two, I think it was prison. And before he went, he became a bouncer at a club, and he'll tell you the only reason he became a bouncer at a club was for the alcohol. And he said he did it just so he could get free alcohol. And so he became the bouncer up there and running the club basically. He was one of the managers. And then he wrote this song called Club about that lifestyle, how Jesus Christ is the answer, not alcohol, not drugs, not this, that. And so that's a really, really good song. And this song right here is off his album called Pressure, and it's called Spirit Burning. And when I met him, you can ask Cliff if Cliff ever comes on here. Like, I nerded out meeting him. He's younger than me, and I'm just a huge fan. Like, I've got every album he's ever done on CD but one. And I get in line, and actually I don't get in line because he's actually out there mingling with everybody, and he's talking. And I go up there, and oh my gosh, it's like that preach. And Cliff just looks at me like, Jared's nerding out. And I go up there and I said, "Hey man," and his name is Ian Barnett's his name. And I go up there and say, "Man, I'm a huge fan of yours. You have no idea." I said, "I'll just tell him I love your music." And like, he's like me. He's got camouflage pants on, and he's gonna rap on stage about Jesus. I said, "Man, that's my kind of guy." And so I told him, I said, "Man, your song Spirit Burning is one of my favorite songs." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna test your knowledge." And so he starts spitting words from the song, and he says, "Stay grounded like some what?" And I was like, "Earthworms?" And he's like, "Yeah." He was so impressed that I knew that lyric of that song. And so that's the song I'm gonna play now, and y'all listen to this and tell me what you think. I feel like I'm burning. Jesus Christ.
Inside, I feel like I'm yearning. Jesus Christ, He gave me life and gave me purpose. Gave me life, came inside and confirmed it. He heard my cry, and He took all of my burdens. I saw my God in the furnace. My God, I can feel the Spirit burning. I can feel the Spirit burning, burning. I can feel the Spirit burning, burning. Gotta keep my spirit burning. When I think about my God's grace, I couldn't earn it. I was going down the wrong path, then I had to turn it. You say that in your word that I could be made perfect. In the sky, gotta hold Him in my mind. Gotta keep God in my life, praise Him till the end of time. See, I'm alive again, got that fire lit. If the water is the Spirit, I'm a fireman. Yeah! 17 years old, felt the Holy Ghost. Never felt this way, I felt God touch my soul. God, I need a change. Please in Jesus' name. And God said, "You will be my son, let my will be done." There'll be trials in this life, but you will overcome. Got the fire of God in me, I feel it in my lungs. Just wanna live my life for you. Inside, I feel like I'm yearning. Jesus Christ, He gave me life and gave me purpose. Gave me life, came inside and confirmed it. He heard my cry, and He took all of my burdens. I saw my God in the furnace. My God, I can feel the Spirit burning. I can feel the Spirit burning, burning. I can feel the Spirit burning, burning. Stay fervent, you gotta serve this encouragement. Show love to them, but have discernment how you word it. The urge got your stomach turning, so turn learn from your wicked ways and don't give up, you barely scratch the surface. Watch what you say, keep your heart from saying curse words. Stay close to God and stay grounded like some earthworms. And since I woke up, I know that the devil's not happy, cause God is blocking every dart the devil shot at me. How I feel this way, my God had gave me strength. My heart was hard and then he broke it off of me and gave me grace. I give him all of me, he gave it all for me and changed my ways. He said to follow me and that'll walk with me through all my days, through all my days. Inside, I feel like I'm yearning. Jesus Christ, he gave me life and gave me purpose. Gave me life, came inside and confirmed it. He heard my cry and he took all of my burdens. I saw my God in the furnace. My God, I can feel the spirit burning. I can feel the spirit burning, burning. I can feel the spirit burning, burning.
So what'd you think of that song?
Oh yeah, I think it's important to remember we like go through things and it has purpose, you know.
Amen.
Yep.
And it was the line, "Stay grounded like some earthworms." That's pretty good. I don't know how you come up with that. That's excellent though.
I was also thinking like, um, I hate auto tune, like, but like there's certain songs that when it's done right,
Yeah,
I can appreciate it, and that's one that I appreciate the auto tune.
yeah.
Uh,
I
per-
I hate auto tune with a passion. I hate it. But that, because it's ASAP Preach and that's my dude, and that song, like it does not bother me that he used it in there because he used it the correct way, and I'm fine.
I like Pariah's auto tune, and I think by seven, and it might just be because he does Amazing Grace and all that in the song. But I like that one, and I like there's a song called The End, and it's it's uh it's about being ready for the end because only he's only gonna have grace for his own.
Oh, cool.
Uh, yeah, that's the chorus, but like, dude, for for Seven catching as much like flack about how he talks and stuff, like the gospel is like just plain as day in his lyrics. And that's what I love about it is like I think I think it's something that like it's something that I appreciate and that I can play around certain people, and I think it would reach a certain people because it talks their language, but I don't think his Christian rap isn't for everybody like KJ52 either, you know?
Hey, I haven't heard a Seven song that I don't like. I mean, I don't know a lot of his stuff, but I've heard enough
Right.
to. Good.
Yeah. And the dude's got a powerful testimony too. I just, you know, I think if I was gonna play a Christian rap song for my grandma, I'm probably going with KJ52 before I go with Seven. It just might be the safer call, and it isn't. It's like in Rome, you gotta do what the Romans do, you know?
Well, speaking of safe song, so I'm gonna play the song you just recommended, "Club" by ASAP Preach.
Yep. And while you do that, I'm gonna go get something because I'll show you. That reminded me of something. So go ahead and play that jam.
Everybody at the club, everybody getting drunk at the party. down in the fucking city.
To everybody at the club, to everybody getting drunk at the party. Deep down, you were searching for some love. You won't find it in the liquor or the molly. You don't need to get drunk at the club. You will never fill the void with some drugs, no. But I show you where to love her. Jesus Christ, no other name above that. Take them drugs back. Find Christ, take Jesus for the plug out. Tell the truth, tell them where you found that lover. And before Jesus come back, hopefully your blood will run back to him. Gotta be ready for you come back soon. When the soul gets saved, man, I love that tune. Till the moon turn red like a big bad boom. Got a chance to make it right, gotta make that move. Nothing's holding you back, gotta make that move. Gotta make that move. You got a chance to the sun, so come back to him. To everybody at the club, to everybody getting drunk at the party. Deep down, you were searching for some love. You won't find it in the liquor or the molly. You don't need to get drunk at the club. You will never fill the void with some drugs, no. But I show you where to love her. Jesus Christ, no other name above that. Payback. Devil playing games, I don't play that. The idol was one when Jesus came back. Sin at a price, I'm amazed that he paid that. Take that chain back, Holy Spirit break that. You can have a new start, be set free. Just let him in your heart, just breathe. You've been trying to run far, he ain't leave you. Got his arms open to receive you. I don't need to be drunk, I don't need a cup of lean, I don't need drugs, no. Now I operate in peace and love. Now I wanna live my life like Jesus does, yeah. To everybody at the club, to everybody getting drunk at the party. Deep down, you were searching for some love. You won't find it in the liquor or the molly. You don't need to get drunk at the club. You will never fill that void with some drugs, no. But I show you where to love her. Jesus Christ, no other name above that. Jesus Christ, no other name above that. Jesus Christ, no other name above that.
Everybody in the club, everybody getting drunk at the party. Ooh, I could sing that song all.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I could play it on repeat too.
man, I love that song. I don't care how many, like you said, I don't care how many times I hear it. If you watch
So
the video, post the video there, everybody go watch it.
something cool. Seven did these little cards to help present the gospel with his album.
Oh,
And
cool.
so yeah, I think you can still go to Hog Mob Ministries and like you can order a couple. But so I think like for $9.99 you get like 100 of them or something. So but anyways this week I had my in-laws in town and they invited us out to eat and we got to go to Crackle Barrel by their hotel because I don't have a restaurant near me to eat. So we go to Crackle Barrel and I got to leave this at the table.
Let's see, that says free download. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it says free download and then it's got the Moses Project on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I thought you know, just a cool way of there's ways that we share the gospel without you ain't even gotta say a whole lot to them.
Yep.
And so we ate dinner and I put that on the table. So I just
Oh, cool.
pray that someone picked it and scanned it on their phone or
Oh,
maybe they
that,
picked it up on Spotify, but maybe they found a new artist they like, you know?
dude, that was a cool idea. So, like you said, you never know what somebody's gonna do with that. And so, like I was talking about a while back when I was listening to ChristianRock.net, um, when they did an evangelism minute segment with Pastor Dave Chafee from Agents for Christ Ministries. So this witnessing track I just folded up. He just basically said, "Hey, when you give one of these, you never know what somebody's going to do with it, who it's going to reach, and whether they throw it away, whether they leave it there, or do something with it or give it to somebody, somebody ends up with this. And he's like, nobody talks. Oh, he said the good thing about these witnessing tracks, they don't talk back, they listen, and they're just there. So what you did was a really good thing, and I went to the gas station earlier to the Circle K because it's the only one left here that's close to American owned as you can get. And so I went by there because I shop there a lot, get gas. And you ever use the Upside app on your phone?
Yep.
Okay, I love the Upside app. Well, I didn't know this till Russell was telling me yesterday. Um, and so I usually use the Upside app to save on gas. Well, this time I said, you know what? Russell told me that you can don't click your thing on your app yet. Go inside and buy some stuff with your card. Then you click it that you went there. I was like, okay. And so I did. And but I went inside and I had one of these witnessing tracks. And then I had a flyer for the Jesus in the Park event, which is the flyer in the background of this video here. And the nice lady that did my gas, I gave her one of these and I gave her the flyer and was telling her about the concert. Hey, you need to come to this April 26th. And she said, well, you must knew I needed this. I said, yes. And I said, there you go. Thank you. And she said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And so, like, wow. I said, I knew there was a reason I went inside to do what he said by that card. And you just never know, like you leaving that little pamphlet there, and somebody scanned it, free music, they'll be hooked for life.
Well, I mean, that one, like, I think, like, I got 100 of the pamphlets and it's all the same thing. So I bet you it's more than one person could scan it, but
Yeah.
imagine if I left it at that table and the waitress didn't catch it till the end of her shift, and who knows who sat at the table and maybe looked at the album and checked it out, and it may not even been the waitress. So that's
Oh,
what.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so, um, I know you saw my post from yesterday. Um, I went to the Locksley Barn Ministry again, and it's an hour and 45 minutes from my house.
Mm.
And so I went because I go to Locksley all the time, anyways, because I got some friends that live there. And then one of the racetracks I go to is right on the other side of Locksley. And so I invited my friend Russell, and we went and invited my buddy Chris, but he was the one I was talking about earlier that's sick. So y'all keep Chris in your prayers, Chris Hartman. But anyways, so me and Russell went, and the guy's name, I can't remember his name. He's a professional bass fisherman. I met him down there last time, and he's got a ministry. I think it's called 419 Outdoors. And it's so with him being a professional bass fisherman, he gets to tell people about Jesus, and that's his ministry. He takes his boat everywhere and speaks to people about Jesus. Really cool guy. And I wish I can remember his name, Danny or Daniel. I think it's Daniel. And so he helps Mr. Kelly with his ministry. Well, they had a bunch of sponsors. They got a ton of sponsors that donate to this. They gave away a Benelli shotgun. They gave away a $150 custom fishing rod for a young kid. They gave away two quail hunts in Mississippi at an outfitter, and there was a bunch of other stuff. They gave away some tools and stuff. Well, when the guest speaker, I can't remember the guy's name, but he has stage 4 cancer, which is horrible. He's another person to remember in prayer. And he spoke. Awesome job. There was over 400 men there, and he got done. Well, then Daniel got back up there and they start doing the altar call. And there was a bunch of men that got saved last night. And one of the cool things was he was fired up. You could tell he was Pentecostal because he was just wide open. It's like, yeah, I like this. I'm fired up, man. And he says, um, He says, "Is there anybody out here that wants to get baptized? Is there anybody out here that wants to get baptized?" And he said, "If there's somebody here that wants to get baptized, we'll go right out this door tonight when this is over, and we'll go to Mr. Kelly's pond right there, and we'll baptize you right in the pond." And he we'll get everybody to turn their vehicles around and point the headlights out there. And sure enough, there was a guy raised his hand, and he was dead serious about getting baptized. They said, "As soon as this ends, we finna baptize you, brother," basically. And I
Right
got
in
to
the pond they went, huh? Right
oh,
with
let me
the
tell
koi and everything, huh?
oh, look, there's a like an acre fish pond or however big it is, right beside this barn that Mr. Kelly has, and it's at his house. And it's probably 20 yards from the barn ministry. And so when they get done giving out the door prizes, Daniel says, "All right, y'all." Him and Miss Kelly was like, "Y'all going out here to the pond." And I got a 2 minute long video, but sadly the file is too big, or I'd put it in here and play it. But they said, "I want everybody to get their phones out. I want y'all to video this and tell everybody." And Mr. Kelly's standing there and he says, "Hey, where's our guy at? There he is." It gets him, and we're all making jokes, and it's like, and I told him, I said, "Yeah, you better watch out for the creature from the Black Lagoon or a snake. They may come out of that pond there." And so they immediately, he prays over the guy. He puts his arms around him. He prays over him. They go out to the pond, like in this bass pond, to the edge of it. They take the shoes off, and he's praying over him. And you can see me zoom in, and the funniest thing that you will ever see at a church event. He's sitting there praying over him, and he's fixing to dunk him in the water. And a bass jumps out of the pond. It hits Mr. Kelly in the back, and everybody busted out laughing. That's the most redneck thing you'll ever see. Is this bass? It's a bass or a carp. Jumps out and smacks him in the back, and he just trucks on like a boss and keeps praying for him. Then he dunks him in the water, and the guy comes out of the water. Yeah, the guy's all fired up. Start walking. They start walking towards the bank, and Mr. Kelly says, he said, "What did y'all throw at me?" He said, I thought y'all threw something to mess with me." And they said, "No, it was a fish jumped out of the water and hit you."
Yeah,
And
'cause
I caught,
y'all got them jumping carp down there, right?
yes. And I don't know what it was. I'm sure it was either a carp or a bass. I don't see a bass jumping, which I mean, a bass has known to jump, but it was
Right.
probably, but but you can see it in the video. You see this fish come out, and all you hear is whack, hits him in the back. He's baptizing this, and then and like a minute later, he dunks him in the water. And so I called Mr. Kelly today, and I was talking to him about that, and he says, he said, "I thought y'all was playing a prank on me. I thought y'all were throwing something at me. I didn't know it was a fish." And then he said somebody showed him on their phone, and he just busted out laughing.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord's trying to send a message, or that was the devil trying to distract him from baptizing him.
Yeah, I guess that was a sinner that really repented.
That's right. Hey, the bass needed baptizing too.
uh, that's funny.
I will never, and I'm gonna put that on my YouTube, and that's the funniest thing that I've ever seen at a church event.
I'll tell you when I was a little boy, one of the most awkwardest things that happened to me.
All right.
I went in and I was sitting by this girl that I liked at the time, and I had this rubber band on my wrist, right? And
Uh,
so we're going through and we're praying, and I'm sitting here and I'm going like this with the rubber band, and all of a sudden the rubber band broke,
ooh,
and it shot 4 pews up and hit this old lady right in the butt. And so here I am, like I'm this little boy, I'm supposed to keep this to myself, and I just hit this hit this lady in the butt with this. So I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm dying laughing inside. So like my face is just turning bloodshot red because I'm dying laughing inside, and you're not supposed to laugh at church, and people are looking at him like, what's wrong with him? Because everyone else had their eyes closed, so they didn't even see it.
Oh, dude, that's one of the moments we start laughing so hard you pee in your pants.
Yeah. Uh, Everyone in church is looking at you like they gotta pray a demon out of you for laughing so hard.
Dude, that's hilarious. Oh, okay. Let me find this one about. I got a story for you that I read online. You're gonna love this story. Let's see. This is such a true story. As a website, I'm gonna send you if I can get it. Okay, there it is. Christians ChristiansUnite.com. And I'm going to read this story. Let me see. I hope this is the one. Let's see. No, that's not it. What's the name? I found it the other day. Oh, wait. I think I sent it to, let's see, MAUR. Okay, this is it right here. It's called Bats in Your Belfry. Belfry. It's a story. And it says three pastors in the South were having lunch in a diner. One of them said, since summer started, I've been having trouble. Uh, shoot, where'd it go? Since summer started, I've been having trouble with them flying bats in my loft and the attic of my church. And I've tried everything, but nothing seems to scare them off. Another pastor said, yes, me too. I've got hundreds living in my belfry and in the narthex attic. I've even had the place fumigated and they won't go away. The third pastor said, I baptized all mine and made them members of the church and I haven't seen them one back since. That's, that we joke and that's funny, but that's true, sadly.
Yeah. Yep.
So, uh, okay, here's one last Christian Unite is a joke website that does nothing but clean Christian jokes. And this one's called Church Gossip. It says Mildred, the church gossip, a self-appointed arbiter of the church's morals, kept sticking her nose in the other members' business. Church members were unappreciative of her activity, but feared her enough to maintain their silence. She made a mistake, however, when she accused George, a new member, of being an alcoholic after she saw his pickup truck parked in front of the town's only bar one afternoon. She commented to George and others that everyone seeing it there would know what he was doing. George, a man of a few words, stared at her for a moment and just walked away. He didn't explain, defend, or deny. He said nothing. Later that evening, George quietly parked his pickup in front of Mildred's house and left it there all night. Wow.
That's like the dude that gets pulled over for drinking. and he's got an open can, or he's got a bottle of beer in his water bottle. And he hands it to the cop, and cop looks at it, and he goes, "There's beer in here." He said, "Well, Jesus must have did it again." uh,
Hey, so before we get off here, we only have one person watching, and I don't know who that is. I know it's Jason because he's at work. Um, but shout out to everybody that is donated to Jesus in the Park. JT's donated. Thank you for everybody. I appreciate that, JT. By the way, Cliff does too. And I told them you were the one. So I want to thank everybody. There's too many businesses to thank.
Oh, it's working.
We are, as of right now, within a few days, we will have our goal reached, which is awesome. And if we get any more donations, that'll be a super blessing because then that'll help us with the trophies. But as of right now, we're good on everything as it stands. I think next Wednesday, we're getting one more big donation, and that's going to put us right at the number we need, which is huge blessing from God. Anything more than that is super awesome. That'll
It's the
help with
thing that was in his head.
whatever. So thank y'all so much, everybody that donated. And there's too many businesses to list. I got to thank the mayor of Grove Hill, Ross Wood. He's letting us rent the park for free.
that's
And
awesome.
yeah, they normally charge like $50 to for events to rent the park, but he put us on the schedule for free because we're a church event, which is awesome. And then I got to thank the lady at the Amy Moore at the library. She's been printing off the flyers, but like so the mayor, I voted for him by the way, and I'll vote for him again. Um, he he let us rent it for free, which is awesome, and then he's been talking about it. And Amy told me the other day that he talked about it at the town council meeting, and they said they talked about it for a good 5 minutes at the town council meeting. I was floored. I said, "Dude, what? That did not." Whoa, okay, thank you. And so that was cool. And I got a guy Jason was telling me about. I think his name is Brandon, and on Facebook before I tell you wrong, Brandon BRM Up North Services and BRM is the name of the business. You can look them up on Facebook, and he does him as artist and creative, offers service at an affordable price for your next project, graphics, motion art, video, photography, editing, and more. With years of creative work as an artist with Music Creds, Fortnite, ESPN, we're always ready to work. Wow, that's awesome. And if anybody wants to call Up North Services, if you need any of that kind of stuff done, I don't think they'll mind. I share their phone number 630-936-6094. That's a guy named Brandon. So the reason why I'm shouting them out is because um, Jason got them to do the original Quake Radio uh, logo, and so I reached out to him today, and he's supposed to get me a mock-up logo tonight. We're supposed to upgrade that logo. The little cross is blue, and it's got the little radio beacon coming across. So he's supposed to update that, make it look more modern. It look like it's on a hill, being a beacon of light kind of deal. And he's gonna have I sent him the website link, and he's gonna make a QR code that that'll go on the logo itself, and all they'll do is they'll scan the QR code, and it takes them direct to the website, which is awesome. And I'm hoping I can get that done and send it to oh shoot, I can't think of his name. It's got Anchor Merchandising that does all the artist stuff, the t-shirts and stuff. So what's his name at Anchor Merchandising? I'm gonna send it to him and hopefully he'll be able to get us one of those flags or a tapestry as they call it. Get one of those made before the Jesus in the Park event and have it sent here. That would be extra awesome. Then I could hang it up on the stage and it'll say Quake Radio. I'm hoping we can get that done. That'd be cool.
That's awesome.
Um, the guy, like Jason, I don't know. Like I was talking with the guy today, and he told me Brandon's a name. In fact, let me flip this around, and I'll show people. Uh, Anthony Gover. That's the guy's name that's got the anchor merchandising. So let me do this. All right, so that is, of course, it's backwards. Uh, that is Up North Services, BRM. And let me find the anchor. And then,
Oh, that's cool.
so that's a cool looking logo. And then let me, I found this out too a while back. So let me go to Anchor Merchandising's website. And this is where we got the flag from. And this is kind of neat. It's his business, Anthony's business. Uh, Anthony, it's a different business than the other one, but this is Anthony. He does merchandise for Christian artists. He does like t-shirts, hats, kind of stuff. And let's see, why does it look backwards on either way? You go in here where it says search products. Uh, excuse me. And you type Quake Radio. And if anybody, well, let's just type. Okay. If anybody wants any Quake merchandise, this is where you can buy Quake Radio merchandise. And Jason is telling me that he gets commission off of each sale. So if you buy any of this merch on here, Quake, you get he gets a percentage. And then like he does patches. That's the logo.
You have to post a link to the page of the actual, like, after you search it and you click it. But
I'll do that. And so yeah, posters, back stickers, which is cool. Let's see, the cool. Let's see. Of course, if you like coffee, I'm not a coffee drinker. It's coffee mug. This is what I'm gonna be doing. So this is the flag I got last time, and the new logo looked completely different than this one. This isn't the original one. This is the second one, I think. This is the one when Orlando was helping us. We did that.
oh, that's cool.
But yeah, that's neat. How it's got the radio waves coming off of it,
Oh yeah,
and it's pointing up. That's the cross. It's
it's
just
got
Quaker.
like a little six or a little door speaker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in fact, I have this logo. I'll send it to you, and you can post it if you want
Oh,
to show people who you work for, work with. Let's see. And then let me go back to here, general. Let me flip this back around. I'll do one thing before.
That Carly?
no, that's Khaleesi.
Um,
She don't want Athena by her baby.
Athena. Go take Athena out.
go ahead and send this and post it. Let's see. All right, go in here
I mean,
and
go. Y'all like these.
all right. Let me go to the live here.
All right, to market.
No, I don't need to do that. I need to do this. I need to do this. Let me send it to myself.
The most expensive thing that I get at
Let me-
Chirp Shop. The Pepperoni.
Um,
Whose card is this?
Put that back in there.
all right, let me go in here. I'm gonna pin that link. There it is. Right. Uh, with you.
Esther, Esther, I am trying to clean up over here. Please stop getting into stuff.
Okay, there it is. Get it. Yeah.
Oh, check out this. I'll have to get the link to this.
Okay.
This, or hold on. There we go. Is it showing? Yeah. So Armor of God coin.
Cool. I've never seen
And
one of
it's
those.
yeah, it's actually made by like a military vet. And
Ah,
yeah, and so it comes in the case. And my pastor gave it to us as a challenge. And so I'm praying about who I give it to. But basically, we're supposed to give it to someone. And then, if you can see, it's got a little scripture. It's got Ephesians 6, uh, 11 through 18 on it. So it kind of
wow.
points people to scripture, and it encourages them to put on the armor of God. And it's a military vet that actually makes them. So
That is neat. I've never heard of that. That is cool.
yeah, I have to ask my pastor where he got it from, because he had ordered a bunch for the congregation and gave us all one to give to someone. So, and I thought it was neat too, because it's like it's a solid coin. It ain't cheaply made. So
Wow, that is cool, man. Oh, man, that's neat. Yeah, yeah. You find out, let me know. Send that to me. I like to share that.
yeah, I thought of you when he was, because you got your pocket crosses and everything.
Yeah,
So it just kind of reminded me. I was like, that's something that Jared would like.
I like stuff like that because I've actually got two coins. I'm not a huge coin collector, but I do have two. And let's see. I think I got one right here. Okay. One of them is here's one of them. Actually, here's both of them. Well, yeah. Um, have you ever heard of the Bassmaster Association?
Um, no, but um, I'm intrigued.
So it's BASS. That they were started in Montgomery, Alabama, and I used to be a member. And then I got mad when they moved the headquarters from Montgomery to Florida. They moved it towards Walt Disney World, and a lot of the jobs were lost in Montgomery because of that big, huge organization. They've been around 50 plus years or more. It was started by Ray Scott. And Ray Scott, I think he's the one who started Ranger Boats or something like that. And anyways, when I was a member, they had a deal where you could get a special coin, and I got this golden kind of colored coin, and it says Bass Collector Series, the Duel, and it's got a bass fighting or
That's
catching a
cool.
crawdad. That's what it is, eating a crawdad. And the back's got the logo, and this is the logo they use today. It's got the bass on there, and
That is
it's super,
cool.
super heavy. I don't even know how many of these exist. And then another one I have is the North American Fishing Club is a club that sadly went out of business. There was a guy named Steve Penez who owned it, and he's got a TV show called In Fisherman. He does like the In Fisherman magazine, and also, and for whatever reason, they sold the North American Fishing Club. At one time, it was the largest fishing club in the world, and you could join and be a member. And they would send, like, if you were if you signed up for their lifetime membership, they would send you free stuff to check out, and any stuff that you got to test, you got to keep it for free. And they'd send lures, all kind of stuff. And they had and they were sold to Mossy Oak Scout Look, and whoever it was that bought it at the time thought they were going to be digital everything. And when they did, they royally screwed up, and the whole entire company went out of business. And I was like, man, I done paid for my lifetime membership and everything. But they had these coins that they did. And this one's actually a show enough. This one's made with real silver, and can't see it because of the reflection of the light. But it says National Fishing Grand Slam largemouth bass, and it's a bass chasing a frog or something. And in the back, it's got their logo, and it says North American Fishing Club, 1 troy ounce, 0.995 fine silver, which is supposedly like high end. But
That's
that's
cool.
but
That is
I,
cool.
I don't know nothing about coins really, but I know coins are valuable. Like I ain't gonna sell these, but like I watch Pawn Stars all the time,
Oh,
and yeah, that's a good show, and they'll go in there and they'll they'll
yeah,
take in
they got everything.
oh,
Everything.
and they got that collector. They be the guy that comes in that's got the coin guy. I can't remember his name, but he comes in there and says, "Yeah, this coin struck in 1855. Man, you got something valuable here, $20,000 or something." I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
let me find a coin like that."
It's amazing what comes in there and what people think something's worth something and then people find out something's worth something too. So
Yeah, like people go in there and they think something's valuable, and Rick's like, "No, this thing is basically a paperweight."
right.
But it's an educational show, you know.
Oh yeah. I've learned a lot from watching that show. So
Yeah, I agree. And then the old man, he doesn't. The old man that used to be on, I think he passed away, but
yeah, I
he never.
think Chum Lee's in jail too, I think. So
Wow. Yeah, the old man would always, instead of saying Wi-Fi, he would say Wi-Fi.
yeah, that's how me and my wife used to. We watched that and what was it? Because there were two shows on right after each other, and they were both like that. It might have been Storage Hunters and Pawn Stars.
Oh, cool.
I think Storage
Well,
Wars.
anything you want to say to end the show out? Anybody you want to thank?
Um, not really, man. Easter's coming up,
Oh, wait.
and just
Okay.
thank the Lord for everything He's done and for the new life we get in Christ. So
Want to say a prayer?
Yep, and then I'll pray for Robin and all them. So, God,
Yeah,
Lord,
Robin. Yes, and yeah, thank you.
God, Lord, I pray for Robin, and pray that you would help her job interview go well tomorrow. Help my appointment go well. Um, help help those families that suffer losses, Lord. And God, Lord, be with Jesus in the park next week as it happens, Lord. And God, Lord, thank you for your provision with everything that they need. God, Lord, I just pray for the next week as it comes that as like the last minute stuff comes together that you would help it be stress free. And God, Lord, thank you for this podcast and thank you for who you might reach. And Lord, I just pray for whoever watches that more importantly, they would know that you're seeking a relationship with them. And I hope that they submit to you. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you. Sure, tonight. We'll see you later, JP.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later.
Keep me updated tomorrow how it goes.
I will.